Thank you for joining me for episode 21 and our first episode of season 2 of the Weight Loss Woo podcast. My name is Terry Renault, and I am a transformational weight loss and wellness life coach. So, we're going to get into morning habits that are going to help you release weight and improve your levels of wellness. And what I want you to keep in mind is that losing weight and being more healthy start in your brain with your thoughts. It is your thoughts that create your feelings, and it is your feelings that are going to create your actions. And these actions are going to become habits. At least that's what we're striving for here. So, first thing I want to just say, if you're like me, 5:45, 5:30, the second the first bird starts making noise outside, my body says, hey, birds are up, let's go. I'm not sure why this is. There are just people who are naturally morning people, and I'm one of them. Which is good in some ways, but if you stayed up really late the night before, not so good. So if you need to sleep a little bit longer, then try and tell yourself, look, let's just get another half an hour or an hour. If you don't have to be up at the crack of dawn, then perhaps it's better to get a little bit more sleep. All right, so moving forward, as you roll on into the kitchen, I think all of us start our morning in the kitchen. We put coffee on or we put the kettle on. Now, while that is percolating or boiling or whatever it's doing, I want you to just grab a glass of water, because water is so incredibly healthy and we need to be hydrated. Our brain needs it, and all of our internal organs need it, our skin, everything needs it. So pour your first glass of water that you're going to drink while you're waiting for your coffee or tea or whatever it is that you have in the morning. And wrap your hands around the glass and set your intentions in that water for that moment, for that day. So that means it's all up to you. You can totally decide on the fly if today you're going to be manifesting weight loss, if you're going to be manifesting weight loss and wellness, if this water is healing weight loss water, whatever your intention is, you can set it at every glass of water. So don't worry, your next glass of water, you're totally allowed to switch it over to having a better love life or increasing the amount of money coming in. Whatever you want to set the intention for each glass of water, it's totally fine. So you're drinking that water, and while you're drinking that water, I want you to think about your intention. I want you to propel yourself into the future and think, if I was the person I am intending to be, what would that look like? How would I feel? What would I be doing? How would I be gearing up to spend today? And try to get into that person as much as you can. Now, if you're only able to get into the future of the person who lost 20 pounds, that's fine. Or if it's only a 10 pound or a 50 pound, whatever it is for you, everything is okay. So you're propelling yourself forward and you're thinking, okay, I am a person who has reached their weight loss and wellness goals. So in this moment, my plan for the day is, and you decide what it is. So now, while you're still waiting for the coffee or tea to be ready, you can do some stretches. Now, my husband is a big fan of stretching. he has his breakfast first, but then he always does stretching. But you can fling a bit of stretching in while you're waiting. I like to go outside and just kind of walk around and get some sun. It's incredibly good for you to get about 20 minutes of sun. Early morning sun is the best. So it's good to do that in the morning. So you may want to wait for your hot beverage to be ready, grab that, go outside. And if you're able to actually sit outside in the sun, then you could bring your journal with you or a notebook, and you can do one of two things. You can work on your journal, do a little bit of journaling, and set an intention for the day. In writing, you can rewrite your intentions so that you activate them one more time. You can do a brain dump for the day and say, okay, these are all the things that I need to do today. These are the top three. These are things that can wait. And you find that when you do a brain dump, your brain is so much clearer. And remember, everything is going to start in your brain. So it's really important to get on the right track with your thoughts and your intentions and your affirmations. So whatever you're affirming, I love doing what is healthy for my body. And you can say that over and over again while you're waiting for the coffee, while you're drinking your water with your intentions, while you're putting all your things in the car to get ready to get out to work. For those of you that are still working during the corona thing, wherever you're heading, I mean, you have your affirmations, you have your intentions, and your affirmations should always be based on whatever your intentions are. Now, there are 3 different types of food routines for the morning. There is fasting. If you're doing intermittent fasting, then you may be waiting 12 hours or 16 hours for your next meal. Now, I'm not a big fan of doing intermittent fasting every single day, because I find that whenever you don't switch things up, your body tends to reach plateaus, and then you find it more difficult to drop the pounds. So I like to have a routine of intermittent fasting one day, and then the next day I will have a smoothie or fresh vegetable juice, and then the next day I will have a high protein breakfast. That way my body is never really sure what's happening, and it doesn't hang on to weight because everything's all up in the air. And a 3-day rhythm is very hard for your body to make weird predictions. And I find that I don't reach as many plateaus where I find it really difficult to squeeze off losing a pound when I'm constantly switching things up. High protein breakfast is really good because it increases your feelings of fullness, right? And you want to feel full for a longer period of time. And protein gives you really good energy, gives you a nice kickstart to your day, especially if you're planning on doing a workout that is a little bit strenuous. You may want to grab some protein beforehand. If you're fasting, then you may want to just have a lighter type of workout if you're working out in the morning. Something like walking or very easy yoga, beginner yoga, anything like that where you're not really sweating and just killing yourself. Protein is incredibly important on the days when you're having heavy, hard workouts. If you're doing something middle of the road, then it's absolutely okay to grab your smoothie. You just look at what you have planned for the rest of the day and decide that way. right? Or do it the way I do it, right? One fasting day, I just have my hot beverage in the morning and I skip food until usually about 11 a.m. and I combine breakfast and lunch as one meal. And I feel totally fine with making that a fairly large meal. And then I'll have a smaller dinner later, right? And I try to keep my thoughts online in this first hour as much as possible, right? As you're going about your morning routine, you are thinking good thoughts, you are using all of your affirmations, right? Losing weight comes quickly and easily to me. I love doing what is healthy. I like making healthy choices. Healthy food tastes great to me. Whatever you have to say it. Your brain will believe you over time. So don't give up hope if you're still having cravings for all kinds of foods that are not necessarily considered weight loss foods. And it's totally okay as well to have a pancake or French toast breakfast with your family, a couple times a week. I mean, maybe you don't want to do this every day, but on a Saturday or Sunday morning, and the whole family is together, it's nice to have a big breakfast together. And big breakfast doesn't have to include loads of sugar. You can have just a pumpernickel toast and some eggs, bacon, sausages, really high in protein, and you feel totally full and satisfied for many hours afterwards, and you don't feel like you're sacrificing anything. So, in the event that you are getting your food together for the rest of the day, remember who you are. You're that person that has already lost all of the weight and they're feeling great and energetic and healthy and in an incredible state of wellness. And that is the person that is putting together all of the food that you will be bringing with you wherever you are going. So you're definitely going to pack your refillable water bottle. You may even bring more than one water bottle. Some people use one water bottle for weight loss and wellness, and they have a different colored bottle that they use to attract success or love or money or whatever it is. So, whatever your intentions are, you're totally allowed to have different refillable water bottles. It's good for the environment and it's good for you because if you have 2 1-liter bottles, once I drink both of these, I'm done. I've had a really good amount of water for the day and I can feel great about myself. Getting back to packing your snacks. So you want to bring some foods with you that are going to help you throughout the day. Hummus, vegetables. I'm not a keto person, but if you are, then you will pack those snacks accordingly. I really like vegetables and hummus. It's one of my favorite things. I like things like trail mix and mixed nuts without salt, and dried fruits are good. Just don't overdo it on the dried fruit. It does have quite a bit of sugar sometimes. I would go with fresh fruit or make a fruit salad because it has a whole bunch of fruits and it seems less boring. A small salad, just even a plain apple, whatever you want. Some people slice up oranges and they just keep things interesting. Try to pack different things so that every day it feels a bit different. If you find a protein bar that you can either make yourself or buy, that you really enjoy the flavor of it, that might be good on a day when you're doing intermittent fasting and you're not able to have a big breakfast, but you do want to hit a protein as soon as you're finished your 12 hours. Then you can just have that, and it can be in your bag, on you, in your car, and you can just grab that and have it right away. But what I want you to remember the most about morning routines is that if it feels heavy to you, if you're absolutely just like, oh my gosh, right, I cannot eat a huge protein breakfast in the morning, it makes me ill. If that's how you feel, then don't do that. Do the things that come easy to you and leave the rest for now, right? Try to get enough sleep. Try to go to bed earlier so that you can wake up more refreshed. Try the water thing. There's so many people that are just not drinking enough water, and it affects their entire body, every single cell. So imagine the level that you could advance your law of attraction and the level of health that you could advance just by drinking that water and infusing it with good intentions every single time. It's going to be so beneficial to you. So whatever morning routines that you think are good, try those. Try a new one after you get 2 or 3 under your belt and you're doing them regularly. Then add another one later. Anyway, I hope this has been really helpful for you, and I hope to see you in the Weight Loss Woo free Facebook group. Have a great day and peace. Thank you for tuning in to the Weight Loss Woo podcast today. I would like to take this opportunity to personally invite you to the free, brand new Facebook group, Weight Loss Woo, where we discuss transformational weight loss and wellness on the daily.